Kes N Bez reviews.
Reviews with the news. Don't want no truths. Sorry, Russell.
What we're doing for you today is we are going to be reviewing our top 5 Netflix, that's right, Netflix TV series.
Firstly, we've both selected 2 of our favourite series from Netflix. We're going to start with Kerrie's first one. So, Kerrie, what's your first series?
My first series has to be Orange is the New Black.
Haven't seen it.
You've watched a little bit of it and you didn't give it. She didn't give it enough time, which I'm quite frankly annoyed about.
Well, I'm glad you said that. And can we just say this? What we want you to understand, or what we want you to know that we understand, that a lot of these things, our taste, it goes on how you're feeling at the time.
Okay, yes.
So as much as when I was watching that little segment of Orange is the New Black, I appreciated it. I understand why Kerrie's nominating it, but it just wasn't, I wasn't feeling it.
Orange is the New Black is a series on Netflix. I think it's just a Netflix original, so that is the only place you can catch it. Basically, it's a story about Miss Piper Chapman, played by Taylor Schilling. She gets done for transporting drugs and gets put in prison for 15 years. She heads off to prison. She's doing time for a girlfriend. In the meantime, she has she's met this guy. She ends up going out with him, but she doesn't actually get convicted for this crime until a few years later. So she's built up this relationship with this guy, then she gets sent down, she's in prison. Lo and behold, a couple of weeks down the line, who rocks up at the same prison?
Her ex-girlfriend.
Her ex-girlfriend. There are some great characters in there, Crazy Eyes. She kind of falls in love with her, and that's where you get all the chocolate and vanilla swirly. She's an ace character. If you like that kind of thing, it's definitely one to watch. But also, if you just like weird and wonderful characters all stuck in one situation, a situation comedy, it is drama as well. I think on Netflix, I think is it 2 seasons now? Just check I think. So that is my first choice. Orange is the New Black. Okay, so we're gonna rock over to Bez. Bez, what's your choice?
Covert Affairs. This is a thing as well, and it does make me sound really shallow, but sometimes it's almost as if I'm using it like a porn.
Excellent.
It could be that if I find somebody attractive in it, and the storyline is feeding into my life is so boring, I wish this was my life, then I can catch on to it like that, which I think probably had something to do with it.
Yeah, because you've always wanted to be a female secret agent.
Well, yeah, I've not got. They don't know that yet.
Oh, sorry.
Although the title may have give it away, Covert Affairs. A young CIA operative / trainee, Annie Walker, is sent into the field to work for the DPD, Domestic Protection Division. Oggy Anderson is a blind tech operative, and is Walker's guide in her new life at the CIA. Walker's cover story is that she works at the Smithsonian Museum. Piper Berrybo. She was the girl who was in Coyote Ugly, the one who supposedly wrote "Can't let the moonlight know you can't fight it, it's gonna get to your heart."
Yeah.
It was first out in 2010, and I think there are it's either 2 or 3 series on Netflix. What's great about this is that why I like it is because in every episode, I mean, there is a running through line, but you know, she might go in one episode. She might go to France. Next one, she might be in Amsterdam. Next one, she could be like in Israel. And it's all shot on location as well, so she does get to travel and go around. It is like having that kind of secret life, which we all want. And I sometimes think that maybe one day the one day the CIA may approach me.
Yeah.
And recruit me to wear those really nice black shoes with a red under. Do you see the red sole?
Red sole.
Louboutin, she wears them in every episode.
So that is
Covert Affairs, and that's my choice. What's your next one, Kes?
My next one is a TV series called Orphan Black, and it follows the character Sarah Manning, played by Titania Maslany.
Oh, Shakespearean.
And, yeah, Shakespearean. It's a kind of drama, sci-fi, fantasy kind of genre.
Is this the one that starts at the train station?
Yes, it is the one that starts at the train station. She basically at the train station and she sees somebody that looks practically identical to her. This person throws herself in front of a train. Sarah sees this and then decides, because of her life being so poo, takes over her identity. Later on does she find out, actually, this is a spoiler. Shall I not do a spoiler?
Do them, I love spoilers.
She finds out that she's actually a clone and she's not the only one, and that's how she's been able to take over this person's identity, because she looks exactly like her.
Because she is her.
Yes. It's a whole kind of adventure series about her finding all this out, and she has what's called a watcher, a carer. The person that killed herself, that's actually her boyfriend, and then Sarah has to pretend that she knows who he is and go out with him and all that sort of stuff. And there's some, if you're into that kind of raunchiness, there is some good sexual scenes between them two in there as well.
Oh, is they?
They're perked up. It's a really fun series. It's really well shot for a TV series, and the interesting thing, it's done by BBC America, which I think is a really good production link. Okay, moving on. Bez, what's your next one?
My next one is one that I discovered last summer.
Get your notes.
Yeah, get my notes. Sure, it's got another strong female lead. It's called Continuum. Action, sci-fi, time travel.
Time travel.
Kira Cameron. She's from the year 2077. She's a police detective who gets kind of sucked up in this
vortex
of this is why I should have had notes. Bear with. 1 minute. Okay.
Vortex. So what's it about, Bez?
Facing the first sanctioned executions in decades, 8 freedom fighters engineer the perfect prison break, and they pull it off without moving an inch. The walls of the futuristic prison, 2077, may be impregnable, but the barriers that bridge the past, present and the future far more easily shattered. The 8 of them leap back 65 years to 2012, transported to an era before sprawling multinational corporations seized a chokehold on their government. Can you just put there? The 8 of them leap back to 2012. Could it that? You think these criminals, at the beginning are about to be executed, and the criminals per se, no, they're actually freedom fighters. Going anti-establishment. God, activate. There are 2 seasons currently on Netflix.
Lastly, our 5th one, we're gonna do a joint one.
It's embarrassing, isn't it?
It's kind of a little bit embarrassing, but what we're gonna do now?
We're just going to say it.
Maria.
Go on, what is it, Kerrie?
What is it, Bez?
You say it.
Please don't judge us. It is The Vampire Diaries. I am so ashamed right now.
Netflix has just put on season 5.
And I've just finished watching it.
I haven't seen it yet.
I think season 5 is getting there. It's almost matching the maturity that surrounds the originals a little bit, I think, this one.
You say I've not watched that either.
She's not watched that as well. I've watched the originals and that's good.
So what happens in season 5 then? I like spoilers. I haven't seen it, so if you don't want to get off spoilers on season 5 Vampire Diaries, turn off now.
Okay, well the main thing is Damon dies.
What? I can't believe it! Damon's my favourite!
That's what I said the other day. We watched it and I was like, whoa.
Oh.
He finds out shit's going down onto the side. There's like all the gypsies come back into it, and they're all like using passengers. People from this side are trying to go to that side to get the loved ones over here before it breaks. I know, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Basically,
how does Damon die?
Trapped on the other side.
How did he get there?
Did they go across to save other people? It's crazy.
See, I always wanted Caroline and Klaus.
Well, they do.
What, again in season 5?
In this one.
In season 5?
Yeah, he pops back for a little bit and she shags him in the woods, and then Tyler catches them. he comes
What
back.
episode is it? And how long does the scene last?
The characters are quite good, I think.
Yeah, it's good writing.
I don't mind it. It's not too cheesy. It's really cheesy. I don't know why I just said that. Thanks for watching. You know what to do.
You know what to do. Subscribe,
Like,
share.
share.